And now let's move on from antiquated outlooks to something actually ancient, dinosaurs, or rather their parents. Some scientists in Brazil have found the ancestors of the giant lizards, and it may not be as formidable as you think. Last year, a complete fossil of the dinosaurs' predecessor was found. It was a 1-meter-long skeleton, quite tiny compared to its eventual offspring. But the fossilized little rabbit reptile, that's what the scientific name means, has given us some big clues about how dinosaurs evolved. It also helps solve some mysteries about the giants that once roamed the earth. Here's a report.
Say hello to the Venetoraptor Gassenae. This 1-meter-long tree lizard roamed the earth about 230 million years ago. The images you're seeing are scientific recreations made possible after the discovery of some fossils last year. The fossils were found in Brazil, and they were some of the most complete remains of the Venetoraptor Gassenae ever discovered. The creature was part of a species we know very little about. They're called lagopetids. That means rabbit reptiles. To find one of their fossils intact was a breakthrough.
The point is that we know very little about the lagopetids. This animal with this new discovery also allows us for the first time to have an idea on how these animals looked like. For the first time, we know how the faces of these creatures looked like.
That was one of the Brazilian scientists who discovered the fossil. It was found in southern Brazil last year, and it was a novel discovery. While humans have found numerous dinosaur fossils, we haven't really dug up too many of these creatures, mostly because they're small and delicate compared to gigantic dinosaur skeletons. And there's a reason for that. These creatures are a sort of missing link, a precursor to two types of dinosaurs, the land lizards and the flying ones, dinosaurs and pterosaurs. Pterosaur isn't exactly a common name, but anyone who's seen any dinosaur movie knows them. Giant flying reptiles like the pterodactyl. That species is technically separate from dinosaurs, no matter what the Jurassic Park movies may tell you. These winged lizards are the earliest known vertebrates to take to the skies, the first known creatures with a spine that could actually take off and land. Pterosaurs have always been a bit of a mystery, because it was hard to understand how gigantic lizards learned to fly. Well, the newly discovered Venetoraptor Gassenae fossil has helped answer some of these questions.
By gathering all of this new information on this animal's anatomy, for the first time we can see the precursors of the pterosaurs in a very clear way. That by itself is a very important discovery. So we observed that the degree and morphological variation of these precursors of the dinosaurs and pterosaurs was much greater than we had imagined.
That's a technical explanation. The full version has been published in the journal Nature. But here's a simpler version. The researchers say land dinosaurs and flying ones started separating much earlier than expected, and the Brazilian fossil was from an ancestor of the flying pterosaurs. It was small, light, with a hooked mouth and long limbs. The scientists believe this helped the Venetoraptor Gassenae climb trees. They think the rabbit reptiles would live on branches and hop from treetop to treetop. Their long limbs eventually, over millions of years, evolved into scaly reptilian wings. And that's how the flying pterosaur creatures came into existence. It was a long process that began millions of years ago. It's another reason why dinosaurs and pterosaurs should not be mixed up. This is a simplistic version of the discovery, and there's much more research to be done. But it's one more giant dinosaur-sized step towards understanding our planet better.